Hey y'all, so I'm so excited. I've been working on the content for this video for a really long time. Today I'm finally going to do my favorite things, not so favorite things, basically all the things that I think you do, don't, and maybe need for a baby. All of our favorite products that we've had, all the things that everybody was like, oh my gosh, you have to have this, but I really personally don't think that you need it. And then some of the things that I'm indifferent about. So let's get started. I really want to start with my favorite things because they're my favorite. So here we go. Well, actually, these are in no particular order, I would just like to say. My favorite things are just my favorite things. But I am going to start with the thing that I think everybody needs the most. So here we go. Number one, most important thing that you need to register for, get, run, and go buy now if you're already a mom is the Baby Brezza formula maker. So before I had Emma Jane, my full intent was to breastfeed. But one, this thing was amazing and I was like, I have to have this. Two, I was not like so set on breastfeeding that I was like, I'm absolutely not using formula. My thought going into having my daughter was, if breastfeeding works, great. If it doesn't, I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I'm just going to go to formula. Like, it's not the end all be all. Like, it's not worth being miserable over, because I've heard a lot of people like literally just be miserable over breastfeeding, and I wasn't about that life. So when Emma Jane turned 1 month, that's when we introduced formula, and then I slowly weaned off and was done breastfeeding. But if you have not heard about this thing, it's basically a Keurig for baby formula. It's amazing. I got it like the summer before she was born. Or in the summer before she was born, not like a whole year in advance. But anyway, so I got it, and we didn't start using it like as soon as we started introducing formula. Whenever we first started formula, I was like still making bottles. I don't know, I just like hadn't set it up yet. And I was like, dang it, why did I buy this thing? Like, bottles really are easy to make. You just pour the water in, put a scoop of formula, shake it up. It's easy. But this thing is amazing because, hold on, I'm going to show you. When you pour the water into it, it heats it up. So it makes a bottle that is the perfect temperature. And you can see on here, it's kind of hard to see with the light. So basically you can beep through, and I think I actually have the older one. This is not the newest one, so it might be a little bit different with the new one. But you can push through and make 8, 10, 2, 4, 6 ounces, however many ounces you need. Press start. If you accidentally do the wrong one, you can stop it. It stops real quick. Heats the temperature up. I mean, this thing is truly amazing. Like, number one, greatest baby product that we've gotten. Enter the Baby Brezza formula maker. So that's number one. Then number two is right beside it. Honestly, I don't even think it has to be the specific bottle sterilizer. But we spent a really long time trying to figure out the whole bottle cleaning situation. So basically I was like boiling bottles in the pot. We tried the dishwasher. We've tried everything. And I couldn't find a good sterilizer that I liked that also dried it. So this one doesn't dry, which is totally fine. But you just put your bottles on the bottom. It holds 6 bottles. Oh, and we don't use Dr. Brown's, and they still fit our bottles. But you just put your bottles down there in the bottom. Put the nipples and other pieces up here on the top. I swear, I haven't timed it, but I think this cleans bottles and sterilizes them in like 5 minutes. It's amazing. So these guys are musts. I mean, my recommendation to you for the Baby Brezza is actually probably just wait and see if you're going to use formula. If you switch to formula, then get that. You obviously don't need it before. I just already gotten it. But yeah, so wait and see if you're going to use formula. If you start using formula, you got to get that thing. It's a literal lifesaver. I'm obsessed. All right, my next two things are right here. First of all, I'm going to talk about the sound machines. This is the Roam sound machine, I think is how you pronounce it. It's portable. It's like $30 on Amazon. I'll link it below. We have 2 of them, obviously. It's chargeable, so it doesn't take batteries, which is great because we let it run all night while she's sleeping. And it's just super easy. Like, you can attach this part to her car seat and take it on the go. We take this thing everywhere. So let's see. It just has basic white noise. You can turn it up, turn it down. Like that little sound. I guess that's like the ocean. That one sounds more like wind or something. And then back to the white noise. So it only has 3 sounds, but we just use the same one all the time. It's just great. Like literally the size of my hand. They're tiny and they're excellent. And I don't think she would sleep through the night without it. So definitely these are on our must-have list. My next must-have is the Halo Sleep Sack. I really like this thing because she can just go, like, she goes into this part, we zip it up, and her arms go through these holes, and then, like you can see on the diagram here, we wrap her up like a little burrito, except her hands aren't out, so I guess we use this one. Wrap it up. It Velcros really good. I've tried some other ones, and she can, like, bust out of them. She cannot bust out of this one. I will also link this below. This thing has been amazing. Without this, and the diffuser and our Sleepy Eyes oil, I don't think she'd be sleeping through the night. So those 3 things, I think, are a must. So yep. All right, my next thing that is totally necessary is the diaper genie. This one was one of the things that I was like, I don't know. It's probably one of those things everybody's like, you have to have one, but you really don't. And you can totally just use a trash can. False. You need a diaper genie because guess what? These diapers stink. When I open this diaper genie, that's probably really full right now. That's probably why it's not shutting. But when I open this diaper genie, it smells terrible. And I can't imagine that being in her open trash can or something. So diaper genie, definitely a must-have. All right, these are my last 2 must-haves. My friend Erica told me about this, and it has been amazing. Emma Jane's just had some tummy troubles. That's why I'm going to recommend these last 2. If your child never has tummy problems, then, you don't need them. But also, Emma Jane had the worst hiccups, and she would just, literally hiccup, probably 5 times a day when she was first born. And these things got rid of the hiccups immediately. This, whatever kind of little juice magic drug this is, I don't know. It's amazing. So, definitely would recommend this. I found it on Amazon. I will also link this below. Totally necessary, in my opinion. And I'm not joking. We literally wouldn't be surviving without this. Young Living's Kid Sense Tummy Dries Oil. It is amazing. Like I said, she's had a lot of tummy troubles. It's mostly just when she can't go and her stomach gets blocked up and hurts. But this is a regular oil bottle. But what I've done is I have put the roller fitment on top. So whenever she's having stomach problems, I literally just roll this around her belly button, rub it in really good, and then I've timed it. Within 3 minutes, her stomach is not hurting anymore and she has relief. This stuff is truly a game changer and I could not parent without it. Oh, and another thing that was on my must-have list is the DockATot, but my sweet friend graciously, so let me back up. My sweet friend Sierra, she is due with her baby in a couple weeks, January 9th, and somebody gave her a DockATot in the summer, and she let me use it for Emma Jane before her baby was born, and it worked out perfect because Emma Jane used it for about 2 to 3, I guess the very beginning of 3 months. We might have gotten rid of it right before 3 months. But she let us use it and it was amazing because, let me tell you why you need the DockATot. I don't have it to show you because I've already given it back to her. So as soon as we came home from the hospital, I had her DockATot set up in the pack and play in my room. Because then you can alleviate even buying a, what do you call them? Bassinet. We didn't have a bassinet. We had the pack and play because you do have to have one of those. So that's actually necessary. And she slept in the pack and play in our room for the first 6 weeks, but she was also in the DockATot in the pack and play. I think the pack and play might have been a little bit uncomfortable, when she was so little, and the DockATot just snuggles her on the sides. And I feel like that made her sleep better being in the DockATot. And then the real reason I think you need one is because it makes the transition from your room, whatever they're in your room, to the crib seamless. Because when we transitioned her to her crib at 6 weeks, we had her in the DockATot. And so to her, I guess it didn't really feel like there was any kind of difference. And so we had her in the DockATot in the crib for about 2 more weeks and then transitioned out of the DockATot completely, and we just use it, you know, occasionally on the bed and stuff like that. And you might say, is it really worth all that money for just 8 weeks? Yes, it is, because you'll go insane in 8 weeks if your child is not sleeping. And I think that that contributed to the sleep. So, DocuTot, high up there on the list of things you need. All right, so that's all of my things you definitely need. You need the Baby Brezza formula maker if you're going to use formula. You need some sort of sterilized bottle sterilizer, because otherwise you'll go insane boiling water in a pot all the time or using your dishwasher. You need sound machines. You need the Halo Sleep Swaddle. You need a diffuser and the Sleepy Eyes oil for night. You need the Hiccup juice. You need the Tummy Jize. You need the DocuTot. I think that's it. So yeah, those are all my must-haves. Now we're going to go to things that are probably necessary, but I'm not really sure still. The first thing that maybe is necessary, maybe is not, is the owlet. I went back and forth about this owlet guy, and I don't think it's truly necessary. I don't think you have to have an owlet to survive, because guess what? People had babies for a really long time before the owlet was invented, and they turned out fine. But it really does give you a good peace of mind, especially when you're transitioning your baby to the crib, and they're not in your room anymore and you can't hear them breathe. It was really good to be able to know that they're breathing. And like, I'm a sound sleeper. I don't wake up in the night if I don't hear my child crying. But Chris would wake up a lot in the night and worry about Emma Jane when she was really little. And we just get on the Owlet app, check, okay, great, she's breathing, her oxygen level's good, her heart rate's good, and then go back to sleep. You can see her breathing whenever you look on the monitor, like we have a video monitor in our crib, but it's just harder and you're still not really sure. I don't know. So this was just a good peace of mind. Do you have to have it? Don't think so. Another thing that I'm still unsure about, the boppy. I don't know. I'm just really torn. Yes, it was great when I was nursing. I would just prop her up on this thing and feed her so my arms didn't fall off. We haven't used it a whole lot since I stopped nursing. So I guess if you're nursing, it's worth it. You need one. I don't know. It says on the little tag over here the ways you can use it. So let me hold on. It says basically you can use it till they're 9 months. I mean, you can use it as a propper, you can use it for tummy time, you can use it sitting up. But, so that's why I'm keeping it around. But it's just like very bulky. It takes up a lot of space. I don't ever know where to put it. And we don't use it all the time. And it's one of those things that everybody's like, oh my gosh, you have to have a boppy. I'm still undecided about that. I don't know if I agree. All right, now I'm going to go to things that I do not think that you need. And some of this is based upon my child. So, you know, you take that with a grain of salt. But I'm going to dive into that now. All right, so we got this super nice swing bouncer combo. This part comes off and you can put it on the floor and it becomes a bouncer. Emma Jane hated it. So what a waste of $200. I mean, I'm still trying to sell this thing on Marketplace and I can't get rid of it. I don't know, it's like super nice, but if she doesn't like it, is it worth it? No. That's why I was really glad that I got to borrow the DocuTot, because a lot of people are like, oh, my kid didn't like the DocuTot. Well, I would have been really mad if I spent $200 and she didn't like it, but she loved it. So anyway, I guess you win some, you lose some, but my kid didn't like this. My next thing that I don't really think is necessary is the bottle warmer. We got this, somebody gave it to us, like used, so I guess it's not that huge deal that we've never used it. I'm going to give it to Emma Jane's like daycare lady whenever she starts there, because she won't have like the Baby Brezza thing that warms up the milk by itself. I guess if I didn't have the Baby Brezza that warmed the milk, I might use the bottle warmer, but I don't know. Honestly, just doesn't really seem necessary to me. I mean, she can drink room temperature bottles and she'll survive. Yeah. All right, this next one I guess is kind of something that I don't think you need and something that I do think you need. I do not think that you need a, what do you call those things? A bumbo, those things that they can sit up in. They're boring. What I do think you need is the Sit Me Up. And we have a bumbo. Hey, Emma Jane. We have a bumbo and a Sit Me Up. We've not even taken the bumbo out of the closet because she loves the Sit Me Up so much. And she loves to play with these little, we call them the crunchies. She loves to play with those. She loves to play with these. And the Bumbo doesn't have anything like that. It's just, you just sit up in it. I also heard, somebody told me that the leg holes in this are bigger. So if your baby has chunky legs, it might not fit in the Bumbo, but it will fit in the Sit Me Up. Basically, we just love the Sit Me Up. I would recommend this for sure once they get, she started in the Sit Me Up around 2.5 months. That was whenever she started really trying to pull up and stuff. Which leads me to this next thing. I didn't even know about this thing until like literally last week. My friend Erica let me borrow it. Her kids used it. I don't even know what this thing is called. But when they get to that age where they like to sit up, and hence why she uses the Sit Me Up all the time, this thing is great. Like, she loves this. It's like a little baby lounger, like a little rocking thing. And also, like, when she's younger, she didn't like all this, like, frou-frou-y stuff. She was, like, not into that. But she's just now getting to be, like, obsessed with that stuff. And so these little things and these little things, like, she's all about that life. And the Bumbo has nothing. So I don't know what this thing's called, but get you one because it's great. Another thing I truly do not think that you have to have is newborn clothes. Maybe it's just because I had a 9-pound, 8-ounce baby whenever she was born, but she never fit into them. And I had a whole drawer full of newborn size clothes that she never even got to wear once. She barely fit in her going home outfit that was newborn, and that was literally when she was 4 days old. So newborn clothes I don't think are necessary because you can wear 0 to 3 month clothes unless your baby's really small. And I guess you don't know that going into it, so you get newborn clothes and you just, like, it's the luck of the draw. But I would just say don't get newborn clothes. 0 to 3. They can be baggy for a little while. And honestly, whenever they're like babies, all you're going to want to put them in are the sleep sacks. Not anything that has the zipper or nothing. The ones that are just like scrunchy little gowns. And they're just scrunchy on the bottom and you can just pull them up to change their diaper. I swear that's all Emma Jane wore for the first whole month of her life. So newborn clothes, not necessary. Last thing that you do not have to have is brand new stuff all the time. You don't have to have everything brand new. Hand-me-downs, fantastic. Can I get an amen for hand-me-downs? Like this thing she's sitting in right now. Hand-me-down. And it's amazing. Like I said, we paid $200 for that swing. And does she like it? No. So I really wish I would have just used the swing that somebody gave me. But I had to have this cute new one for my registry. I don't know. If people are offering to give you free stuff, take it. Because your child might love it and then you save money. So there's my video of things that you do and don't need, in my personal opinion, for a baby. So I hope if you are preparing to bring a baby into this world that helped you a little bit. If you have any questions about any of the things, drop them in the comments below. Please subscribe. Bye.